Hello everybody, today I experienced my first ever first-person shooter experience in virtual reality. This was a free app that comes with the Oculus Quest 2 and a simple stationary first-person shooting experience. Now the first thing I want to tell you that if you ask me straight away which one I enjoy better in terms of immersion, in terms of just fun, playing first-person shooter on a PC not in virtual reality versus playing a first person shooter in virtual reality, I can tell you hands down that the virtual reality experience was much more fun. Now I won't dive into movement here because I need to of course invest more time in playing VR games that require movement, so I need to kind of see how this one works and if the experience is fun or not. But I'm talking here about my stationary experience, about just aiming, shooting, holding the guns, and just kind of feeling, the difference between the two mediums. Now it's kind of weird, but the part that I enjoyed the most was actually just taking this weapon and just pulling it. Now, you can clearly understand why companies work on bringing haptic feedback technologies, improving them to virtual reality, because you really want to feel the tension. You want to feel tension of just maybe pushing things, pulling things. You want to feel different forces. Something that is very important to get players more immersed in virtual reality. So feel things you do in the virtual reality world will feel real, more real, in terms of physics. Something that we, of course, familiar with everything that we pick up in the real world. Now there is vibration, and by the way, they actually implemented so good that when you just, for example, when I just pull the two parts of the gun, I just really feel like it's kind of rubbery. Because really, the vibration there just implemented so good that it just feels very much realistic. I just kind of felt the material, like it felt kind of a rubbery, with kind of a textures rubbery when actually pull these two parts of the gun. Now I was worried about latency not being, things not being responsive enough, and whether going to be a disconnection, for example, with the tracking. So if there was a disconnection and as it didn't track my hands well, yes, it tracks the controllers. I would easily feel it, and this kind of ruined the immersion. But it didn't happen, and I played like, I don't know, like an hour or so, and it worked perfectly. I didn't encounter even a single bit of something that actually felt like, thinking about the problem with the technology. It just works seamlessly. And you need to keep in mind, this is just my first-person shooter experience. There are many other first-person shooters out there, and I can't wait to play them and try them out. I'm sure they're going to be much more fun than this. But this, well, I can't really say. But what I'm saying is, again, the core gameplay experience in virtual reality when playing first-person shooter is just fundamentally different than any first-person shooter game that you played in other mediums. I mean, this one similar that can be quite similar is, for example, if you play with the Wii U, right, with the controller, which you can actually see on the screen. I think this is kind of, close to this, but this again, this is you now inside the world. I know it's hard to explain. It's really hard to experience this. What you see here on the screen won't convince you, won't even tell you the story of virtual reality, because I'm literally inside that place and I'm holding these guns in my hands. And there's nothing that can actually transfer the experience unless you experience this yourself in virtual reality. No, I like the idea that I'm actually playing in a stationary place. I mean, I'm just sitting and playing. This is really comfortable and fun. And I know that many people, of course, there are room scale experiences where you need more space and you can actually even move around. But there's something comfortable, like you enjoy playing games, just sitting around in front of your computer and enjoying the comfort of just playing a game like this. So this is kind of a similar way, and it was very comfortable. And I have to say that I played the Oculus Quest without any other accessories. The comfort accessory that everybody is talking about, and it was super comfortable, super comfortable. And yeah, I mean, I know maybe people want something to play for a long time, but again, for me, just comfortable. It's like it was built for my face, and I was actually thinking about ordering something to make it more comfortable to play for long term, for a long time. For example, games that you're gonna invest several hours. But I haven't encountered any problem with a base headset and what it comes with. I mean, it doesn't come with anything special, just the straps, and it was just very, very comfortable. So again, first time experience of first person shooter game in virtual reality was again, there's no words to describe it really. The only thing that you can describe it, tell people there is no way they can describe it unless they try it themselves. Just imagine in general that your reality just changes and you are indeed just in this world, and in holding those guns everything feels just realistic doing so. That's the best thing I can do, but again, even then it won't convince you. The other thing you can actually experience it is just trying out yourself. That's how amazing this experience is. And for me, even for me, watching many players playing VR, again, I need to try it myself. I didn't even expect to enjoy it that much. So this is it for my first VR experience. Thanks everybody. I'm going to see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Cheers.